West, y'all.
Please count back.
Are you never nervous, Joey?
I'm sure I am.
You make us nervous.
No, I don't. We make ourselves nervous. I feel like
It's hard for me to be nervous in times like these because I train salespeople on how to build their confidence.
Right.
Do you think
Can you book us in?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think maybe we could do with a class? Mates rates. I feel like I'm doing a podcast for the very first time. That's the level of my nerves right now. And it's not because we have our special guest, Joey, although that could contribute to it because I'm worried about the level of knowledge he's bringing. But it's because of the topic. Like, you know, we thought, oh, that'll be fun. I love Babyface. Do you know what I mean? But now, the more that we were like, okay, let's give ourselves some boundaries and some parameters. We went back and forth for a full week about, okay, yeah, cool. This is our format. Oh my God, no. You know, one of us would come the next day and say, no, I don't think that's good enough. I don't think it's going to do him justice because of who he is. And I don't think we realized the magnitude of the man. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm gonna start by asking, because I feel personally I've got a connection, like, you know, I can take you back to when I felt my connection started with him. Joey, can you remember, you know, what song it was, or your memory?
Yeah, mine was For the Lover in You. Back in high school days. It was just one of those songs that you listen to on the radio, you listen to at parties and things, or wherever you are, cafe maybe, and you just immediately tune in. It's easy, it's relaxing, it's easy. Yeah, it's easy to listen to.
Would you say that about pretty much all of his music?
Pretty much, yeah. He's right up there for me as in terms of the music he's produced or sung in. He's right up there with the likes of Luther for me. Easy to listen to. You can clearly hear the lyrics, and you know the actual arrangement of the songs are pretty on point.
Nice. Pun?
Yeah, see, you know, when I was reading Cam's message on Viber, it kind of put me off because I feel like this is where like my age is gonna like come into it, because for me it didn't. This is for the cool in you, and that's way like he was already famous, eh? So I was just a bit nervous about that, but that was the first song I remember of his that got me into him. And just as an artist, I feel like for R&B, he was like. He made it real vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? Like like all the things he talks about is like, you know, he can categorize your relationships through his music, and it's that vulnerability that he brought to it. I think that really shaped R&B at the time, because it's not like that anymore. You know, guys don't want to get on their bended knee or, you know, feel like they're at the end of the road and stuff, all that kind of stuff when they're, you know, singing in their songs. And that's what I feel like what he brought and how he shaped it. And I didn't realize how massive he was before this. Like, I knew he was big, but yeah, he's mega. He's the ultimate, basically.
Yeah, I think for me it was there was a lot of songs that I probably didn't even know that was written or produced by Babyface himself, but I think Breathe Again was one of the highlights that I had of his, which I didn't even know it was him that wrote that song back in the day. But in saying that, a lot of his writing was just, his songwriting was incredible. It's probably the most romantic music written R&B, and I just feel like he's an old-fashioned soul songwriter. And he's just so smooth that he brings smooth R&B vibe. He has rhythm, and he's like that blues man as well. But every time you hear, it doesn't matter who's singing the songs that he wrote. But if you can just imagine putting him in there singing, you know straight away that that's Babyface. Like his style, the way he writes R&B. Like, yeah, he has that distinct sound. Yeah.
I'm with Pun, and I'm going to say that like my love affair, because I feel that's like what it is. My love affair with Babyface started with For the Cool and New, because that's the first I'd heard, because like, here we go, aging ourselves again. I don't really know if the internet was really, I don't know. I can't remember, but I just remember Mum buying the CD For the Cool and New, because I feel like it was on Beverly Hills 90210 or something. I feel like he had a song or something, and she was like, oh, what's that? So she couldn't Shazam it or whatever, so she went out and found the album, and we played it to death. But we talk about albums that you can play over and over and over again, and you love every single song, and that album for me was one that I could play still today. Do you know what I mean? And that's the other thing about his music. It spans decades and it's still relevant. Do you know what I mean? It can still put you in the feels, still get you feeling a certain kind of way, or take you back to memories, because for me it was high school as well. So that's when my love affair with Babyface started. And then to realise actually he had a career before you were even born.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was doing all these other things, and actually as a rule he's not even really a singer. Kind of thing. I think that was the trippy thing for me as well, and that's why I began to stress, because I was like, I didn't even you claim to love somebody, I love all these songs and rah, but actually I didn't even know half the shit I found out from researching this. So that's why I'm like stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, like just doing the research, because I was like, I love Babyface, and then I'm reading stuff and I'm like, fuck, I didn't even know this guy.
I know.
I don't know shit about this guy, man.
No, we think we know him through his songs.
Yeah.
But there's actually more to him. Yeah.
I know, and that's what I mean. And then I think the build up, because the more we talk to people and say, oh, we're going to do Babyface, and everyone's got an opinion and everyone's got their favorites, and that's started to stress me out even more, because I was like, I'm concerned that people are going to be like, oh, but you didn't talk about this, or you didn't say this song, and da-da-da-da. But then we decided that, what, it's about us. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, it's about our listeners too. But we always say, okay, bring your favorite, bring your personal, bring which ones you love. So people are either going to agree or not, or it's just how huge he is. So bear with. And even if we have to, we feel like we didn't get enough out in this podcast, we can always revisit it, which is what we said. We'll come back and do a round 2. I know that, so we put our categories together, but it was really hard to kind of drill down, right? Like, to be able to cover everything that he did. So we came up with our categories, and I feel like even right now, if any of us could, we would go and change our songs. Because the more someone will be like, oh, okay, so this is the song I chose, and then we'll be like, oh, it will trigger a memory of another song. So we're just going to have to go with what we've chosen. I was telling these guys, here's my notes. I don't know if you can see them in black. And right before we came on, I crossed them out and redid them. It's because it's just like, I need to do this song. I need to do that song. So we're just going to have to get through it. Yeah. I love the songs that I chose, but when we have to choose a few of some of his, it's just freaking ridiculously hard. Yeah, I say we get this show on the road, because I feel like I'm starting to sweat under here, guys.
I know, I already am. That's what.
I got windows wide open. I got a t-shirt on, and it's freaking. Whew. Yeah. I mean, you know what? the categories that we've got, it's cool because it will showcase as well him as an artist, him as a producer, him as a writer, and I'm just I think as usual every time we do a podcast I'm excited to not hear mine. I know what I picked. I'm excited to hear what you guys picked and where I rate that. Yeah, because right now our first category, ranking his top 3 songs that he either produced, wrote or sung. Fuck my life. I had a list of like 30 songs and I had to like cross off, put back, cross off until I got 3.
Yeah.
So
is that how you went through?
Yeah, man. So okay, here we go. Because I'm like that person who does their homework the night before the assignment is due, right? Because I was like, it'll be easy. I love all his music. Until I was playing it yesterday during work. I played all his songs and I was like, okay, that's going on the list. Okay, that's going on the list. That's going on the list. And the list was like, even Punny, I saw yours. It was a page long of songs. And then I had to, like I love this song, but not as much as I love this song. And I had to like slowly eliminate songs. And hey, people are going to disagree or agree, but it is what it is.
So you're going first, sis?
Yeah.
No.
She's going first.
No, because this is our first time our guest is in our whare.
Oh, well.
Other than being, on our quizzes. So, we'll let Joey go first.
Okay.
To get it out of the way.
Okay. With all 5?
Nope. So for just the category now, which is the best ranked song, your top 3, but you're only allowed to play your number 1.
Okay.
No pressure.
Can I just preface my top 3 with...
Yeah.
When I first started listening to Babyface songs, I was a different person to who I am now.
Yeah.
I need some context to this, Joey.
So I was a bit of a moipi back then. The interest in the other sex and listening to Babyface songs and that kind of thing. But I think this 3 covers both versions of me, that version and the current version. I don't know how well it covers me, but I think it'll give a little bit of insight. So I guess the first one is When Will I See You Again?
Nice.
That was
interesting.
Probably the very first song that I liked of his. Because I think I can't put my finger on what year it was, but I want to say early 90s.
Yeah.
So 92 or 93, I reckon. Not sure. I haven't done the research on that.
Yeah.
The second one is sort of a few years later when turned into I guess, even more of a moipi
Mm-hmm.
teenager. Whip Appeal.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
So Whip Appeal was appealing to me because the lyrics, and it brought a different side of Babyface as an artist for me that I had never seen, because all you heard was what was playing on the radio or what was playing on the RTR countdown or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
MTV, whatever. And Whip Appeal generally wasn't on those mediums. So that was the second one. And the third one I chose was sort of my futuristic self. I don't know if it makes sense, but the lyrics in this song kind of spoke to who I was as a person, and just my love for both artists who sing the song, and that's one of them is Babyface, and the other one is Eric Clapton. The song has changed the world.
Nice.
Nice.
That's my 3.
Do you know what I like about the fact that there's 4 of us giving our top 3? Is the fact that if I didn't choose that song, I'm hoping, one of you guys did, so we can celebrate it as well, because, and that is the great thing, because frick yes, Whip Appeal was at the top of my list, 100%, but I just had to think about some other songs, so nice.
Yeah, interesting. I didn't have a connection at all with Whip Appeal because of, that's where my age probably comes into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was too little when that came out, so I didn't grow up with it, if you know what I mean. So I don't have that connection with that song. But I know it's like some of his best shit, one of his best shit, but I just don't have a connection with it. Sad.
I feel like, but the same as me, I was young, because if I look at when that album came out, it was like 86 or something, and I would have been 6. But I think I learned Whip Appeal later. When I didn't realize it was so much older, because it was still quite current.
I don't remember it being on TV or anything, or heard it anywhere. It wasn't until later on.
Probably because it was too sexy.
Wow.
Probably.
Yeah.
My dad controlled the TV and the radio, and that is not my dad's music at all.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that's a jam though.
Oh, totally.
That's my number one request for R&B DJs.
Yeah, actually.
Is that when you're in the club and you're hunting around? And
For me, it's when the DJ is trying to wind down the night.
Yeah.
You know how they play slow jams as their last songs?
Yeah.
Before they turn the lights on.
That's my number one request.
Yeah.
No,
that's so cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Get everyone in the mood to find someone before they go home.
A last quick whip around. Oh, we need to play. What is your number one song that you want to play then? Yeah. And then you're stuck with what you got, mate.
Number one song to play?
Yeah, right now.
Of that 3?
Yeah.
Whip Appeal.
I've just thought of something, and it's because of this song. Answer honestly, okay? This is a personal question. Answer very honestly.
Oh, God.
Who has made love to these songs? I feel like...
Oh, my God. Someone look at the thought screen. Well, I think that's already been answered, mate.
Yeah, I know.
Buddy and I don't need an answer.
I was really hoping you wouldn't ask that.
The song was playing, and I was like, would I think of this song at the end of the night in the club, or would I think of it later on? Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow. Thank
What
you,
a
Joe.
question.
Nobody else
What a
needs to
question.
answer. On to the next.
No, wait, but if you did, which song?
Oh, bro, Whip Appeal. Oh, you mean his? Yeah, was it?
Me?
Well, it had to be.
Yeah.
It was his number one.
Yeah, it was that one.
Hey.
And one by Joe.
Hey.
Oh, the things. Yeah. Oh. Joe would be a good one. Okay, that was nice. That was real nice. That was really nice. Okay. Bag's not next. Can't follow that up. Yeah, can't follow that up.
Got sweaty after that one.
I'm so glad it's done in the daytime. It's not the kind of not the kind of song you want to be hearing in the nighttime.
Oh my gosh, you just gave me an idea for the perfect next podcast playlist.
Bedtime playlist?
Oh,
Yeah, man.
bedtime playlist.
Bedtime playlist. The
Whip Appeal's
adult
on that.
bedtime playlist. Oh man. Awesome. Punny Wee Bag's not, so
Yeah, so.
you're up.
Woohoo.
Yeah, so number one came to me, it was really clear. like for me the best shit he's ever done. I didn't kind of go on a personal. The way I did it was I just went like, okay, who are my most favorite people that he's ever worked for or worked with, and for me that's Boyz II Men, Toni and Tevin Campbell.
Oh,
What if we had the same?
I know, I just said, fuck my life. What if we've got the same?
No, but I was gonna go with like my favorite of theirs, but then I was like, oh, how can I back this up as being his best shit ever? So it ended up I went with number 3 was Toni Braxton, Making Me High, because it gave Toni her first number 1.
Yes.
And then number 2 was Tevin Campbell's Can We Talk, because that was his, I think, a number 1 for him. I really never went number 1 and stuff, so Can We Talk was number 2. And then number 1, like, for me, you can put this song up against any other shit he's done or any kind of love ballad at that time, and this song will always win, and it's End of the Road, Boyz II Men.
Oh, yeah.
For me. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
Okay.
I actually thought, let me be honest, I thought Jari was going to do End of the Road.
Yeah, I feel
Or
like boys,
a Boyz II Men song. I thought he was
boys will admit to, a little bit of Boyz II Men. Yeah,
And,
when I was at high school, the boys in my class, that was their shit. Do you know what I mean? So I thought
And
that.
like
I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think the adult me has probably
that's what I was going to say.
fizzled that away. But you're right. Back then, for sure.
Yeah. If you were to ask me to do my top 3 back in the 90s, it would be totally different to my top 3 that I have now. So
Same.
yeah.
And you
But
could,
I was going to go either that way, which is back in the night, or go with what I'm personally feeling right now, in terms of choosing a song.
And I feel like the only song that can fuck with that song is I'll Make Love to You, which is Babyface too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
God, these
And
love
which is-
songs.
It's undeniable. Like, you can go anywhere in the world, everyone will know that song. You could go to a drink up anywhere and you play that song, everyone's gonna sing it. So that was number 1 for me, but like that shattered a lot of records, that song.
Oh, like End of the Road was number 1 for a whole summer.
Yeah. I think it was 13 weeks.
About I'll Make Love to You? So this is what I read and saw an interview with Dallas Austin. Apparently, so they didn't want I'll Make Love to You, Boyz II Men. Apparently, they were just like, it's too much like
End of the Road.
And also, apparently, he said they were he literally said they were assholes. He said Babyface came to them and said, oh, guys, I've got another song for you. And he sang I'll Make Love to You. And they were like, we don't need you for this. Like, we write those
top
types
dogs.
of songs. Yeah, pretty much. That's what he said. He said, and he was like, bro.
Well,
Funny you say that because
I'm not going to believe that at all.
Funny you said that because when they the End of the Road, what do you call it? Babyface sung it, and they were like, "Oh my god, that sounds good." Not Boyz II Men, the other producers, and then they said, "Oh, let's give it to Boyz II Men." And they were like, okay, we'll let them try. So Boyz II Men, and Wayne, what's his name?
Wanya.
Said no, he didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't like it, but they were not going to record it because they were like, fuck, it's Babyface and LA Reid. Of course we're going to record it. But he just wasn't feeling the song.
Well, apparently they have voted I'll Make Love to You off the album, but one of their big, wigs or whatever said, fuck, you need to put it on. And then look what happened to it. So I watched Dallas say that.
It's like, come on, Boyz II Men, it's Babyface. He knows his shit, man. Like, and what happened? They ended up blowing up.
It was the owner of the record label they were with. And Michael Bevins from Bell Biv DeVoe? He was Boyz II Men's manager, but his boss was against I'll Make Love to You, but Michael Bevins just went and put it out anyway.
Which
and
is,
so
you're
when
welcome.
the boss, and then he thought he was going to get in trouble, but his boss was like, "Oh yeah, good job,
good call."
Yeah.
Oh, shame. Oh. But I'll Make Love to You came after End of the Road, eh?
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they?
I think they thought it was too close, maybe.
It's too similar. It was another love ballad. Yeah.
But Babyface said that was his response to I'll Make Love to You.
Oh, but you know, far Babyface and his ballads though. Wait, I'm telling you. Ooh.
What I found out that was cool about End of the Road was that they were Boyz II Men and TLC were on tour with MC Hammer, so they were his opening act.
Why do we giggle? Because I can see his
At the
pants.
time, he was
that
super
guy.
famous. He was he was touring Too Legit to Quit, and so Boyz II Men and TLC were on tour with him at the time, and they're touring around. MC Hammer's song is like not doing so good. And while they're on tour with this big celebrity, TLC has Baby Baby go #1, and then Boyz II Men bumped them off the charts with End of the Road, which I thought, what a cool way to start your career.
Yeah,
Totally.
exactly. Oh, honestly, I love TLC, and if
Same.
it made it hard to cross them off the list, to be honest. I freaking struggled, but sorry, girls. Yeah.
And that song too, like just to more evidence for that is that you know, Elvis Presley held the record for having a #1 single for like the longest consecutive weeks or time, and he held that record with Hound Dog since 1956 until End of the Road. Like, who can say that? Like, if you can say,
got goosebumps.
yeah,
So
like he
cool,
held
eh?
that for that long. Since 1956 until when that same song came out. Was it 92 or 3 or 4 or whatever? And then they just smashed that.
That's so cool.
I think End of the Road was end of 92, beginning of 93.
Is that?
Do you time that by your memory? Do you know what I mean? Like what was happening when that
Yeah.
song came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. How much of a moipia was.
I think it was Form 4.
Form 4?
What, 93, 90?
How old are we in Form 4?
Form-
14, 15? No, that's too old.
No, it must be
It was
13,
younger.
14.
Yeah.
13, 14, yeah.
What even is form? You know when the kids say they're in year whatever? I don't know what that is.
I know,
Tell me
it
what
took
that
me
is in
ages to get
standards.
used to that.
I still can't. I need to ask my kids what year they're in, and I will never remember. Yeah, it was about then.
Yes. I remember doing karaoke to that at Radars.
Raiders!
Raiders!
Oh my God, Raiders!
What it's called.
No, there was
my
a whole
God, I
group
missed-
of us. Were you there, son?
I think so.
Raiders. It's my old work bloody hangout.
Radars!
Yeah. Every Friday after work, because we got
We
paid
used to go
cash in the
there for the
hand.
karaoke.
My boss
my
was a frickin' prick, and so I was hungover from Thursday night from going to Carlton,
Oh, yeah.
and then going to base bar after with you two. So anyway, and then I would just go straight to work because I couldn't take Friday off because he would not pay us till fucking 5 o'clock Friday night, cash in the hand, grumpy old
Wow.
lady, man.
Fuck.
And then I go spend that money at Raiders.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that was real. I think for me, my most favorite album of theirs was 2. Is it 2?
2.
Yeah.
Bended
That was
knee.
the songs. Yeah, man, all that shit. That's high school for me.
Is it weird if I tell you guys,
Nope. tell us.
Radar, after all these years, Radars hasn't changed much?
No. Wow.
I don't know how I feel about that. Is it still called Raiders or is
No,
it
no,
like
no,
Grayland Tavern or something?
Grayland's Tavern now.
Yeah.
Do they still have the karaoke there?
I think randomly they do, but not regularly.
I feel like, are we going to see if it's
feel
still
like
the
there's an
same at
outing.
level 2?
Yeah, there's an
Are we-
outing to go to.
Are we going to go have a look and sing End of the Road?
Definitely
I mean,
worth,
we have to.
definitely worth the geese.
Oh, that's good. That is so good. Yeah, that would be hard to choose.
But End of the Road wouldn't be my favourite though. That's what I'm saying. I just went with... yeah. Anyway.
I know, but don't stress. You've done it now. It's done. It's done. It's done.
That was a good list. I wondered what your list would be because of your age,
Yeah.
that you're so older than us and stuff. So
What's
yeah.
the age difference, though?
That's not even
Not that
an
much
inch.
younger than us.
No.
just an inch. I think Joey's way no.
I think if we do it in order,
You go next.
because we saved the oldest for last. You're right. Okay, next.
Hey, Joey already went first.
Okay, so like I said, I changed my mind.
Are you changing it again?
Nope, it's done. What I do want to, okay, I've got to admit something, and here we go. Like, just get it out of the way now, guys. I've not seen Boomerang.
Neither, I still haven't seen Boomerang.
Oh, thank God. But wasn't that song on Boomerang?
Yeah.
A
So it
lot
wasn't-
of these
yeah.
songs are on Boomerang.
One
he made
of
it?
my songs is too. Yeah.
Yeah, so is mine.
My top three are, my first one is Love Should Have Brought You Home by Toni Braxton.
Ah!
Is that yours too?
That's one of mine, yeah.
I could revert back. No, but that's cool. We brought them
That's
up in
cool.
the top
That's
three.
cool.
But I think it's because, like,
Great song.
yeah, and isn't
Yeah.
that a line in the movie that I've never seen, but I can still pick up, I can still
Yeah.
pick up references where Halle Berry says, "Love should have brought your ass home last night," or something like that. Yeah,
Hallelujah.
So I need to see the movie, because if it's got these songs, do you know what I mean? Then that's right up my alley. I'm just hopeless.
Absolutely.
And you feel
Yeah.
like a dick when you say that you haven't seen it. Because everyone's
No,
like,
because I
"What?"
get shit for everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's just like,
Well,
add
you're
another-
dicks.
add
We're
another
not
one.
watching it.
Add another one that I haven't seen. It just wasn't the thing that, like I said, my dad and my brother, were freaking dominating, the TV with their kung fu and their bloody American Ninja shit, whatever. So I never got to, my mum is too quiet to ever say, "Oh, but I want to watch something."
Yeah, she is.
So I never got a look in.
That's a good
So that
one.
that's a good, yeah. Well,
I
it
feel
was-
like Babyface and Toni are like the Marvin and
Oh
Tammy Terrell.
my gosh,
The
yeah.
90s Marvin and Tammy.
Yeah.
So this is my whole thing, okay? If back in the 90s or whenever, if you asked me who my favourite male and female were, it was Toni and Babyface.
Yeah.
And then if you asked me the groups, it was the Braxtons and
After
After
Seven. After Seven.
Because I just was like so in love with the the idea and of them two who actually weirdly never got together.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
'Cause she
actually wanted
said-
them to get together.
Nah, she said, "Oh, I'm his little sister." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, yeah." So anyway, so Toni Braxton has to feature there somewhere for me, and I swapped it out with another Toni Braxton song.
Same.
And then I'm Ready by Stephen Campbell,
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
because do you know why? This is, sis, when you said you were like, should I do my 90s picks or my now picks? I have to do my teenage picks, because that's the stuff
That's
that
right.
when I was sooky about a boy or whatever, Tevin Campbell featured a lot in my, how even old was I? Like 14 in high school. Like, what am I even doing with a boyfriend and worrying about that shit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but anyway. And then number 3 for me is Can't Stop by After 7.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but weirdly, that was like in the 80s. So I feel like it was at it featured a lot at our school hall discos. And so like I've got these like fun memories with them. So I'm going to play that one. Yeah. I'm going to
Nice.
play Can't Stop. And I actually don't think I put it on my Spotify because I'm dumb like that. I put my number 1, but while we're, giving...
I love Can't Stop.
Yeah, and I think I've got the... I'm playing the remix one. Not remix, but I feel like it...
What's interesting is like your relationship with them and those songs in high school. I watched an interview and Babyface said he wrote I'm Ready at high school.
Yes! Like he was like...
Wow.
How weird
Yeah.
is that? And then years later it comes out for Tevin Campbell.
He said they were like, he had like all these stockpiled song lyrics that he'd written in high school because he never knew how to talk to girls or had confidence to do it.
Yeah.
So he would write about it. And so he
Even-
wrote that song while he was in high school. Like,
Even
who does
Roni.
that? Yeah.
He wrote Roni in high school as well. He wrote it in 1982 because it sat around for that long. It came out in
Oh my
1989.
gosh.
I know. It's so funny you talk about when he was shy and whatever. He talks about apparently this first time he kissed a girl And she was basically like, so apparently it was fully like, he'd never kissed a girl before and he was real shy. And apparently the kiss was just like... And then after that she goes, yeah, so we won't be seeing each other again. But he was like,
and that's when he wrote, "Can we talk?"
Yeah, you know. No, yes. So apparently he was like, he spoke to her years later about it because it really bugged him. And she was like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't know it affected your life so much." That she just like, because he seems real shy too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wonder if she ever regretted.
Yeah.
Oh. No, that's what I mean. I don't think she did because she said,
No.
I didn't realise the impact it had on you and I carried on with my life while you held on to it and used it.
I'll be
you know.
like, can we redo that? Can we just see if we can do that
Like,
again?
nah, bitch, I'm rich and famous now. I got a
Yeah.
hot wife. I don't want your ass. No, I don't know.
So
Okay.
apparently when he was little, he was probably 12 or something. He started writing his songs and he was so shy that he expressed all his feelings through his writing.
What a good outlet. And if it's
I
going to
know.
frickin' turn you into this, like, goat, well, shit, do
So
it.
he had a crush on this girl and he wrote a song about it, and they interviewed him and they said that if he still had the song, like, did he bring it out? And he said no, he didn't, but he still remembers it, and that his mum has the lyrics.
Oh, because it's such a personal thing. It's what,
So
and actually I saw that too. He was like, I would just put it in a song because I couldn't talk to them, so I would write it out. I think everything we choose is good. Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like, we all couldn't put in. We were only allowed a certain amount. So everything everybody else puts in, we're going to be like, oh, I love it too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
That was a good one.
Now it's yours. Saved you for last.
Oh, okay. So mine's very similar to yours, Linda. Oh, go figure.
Surprise.
So my number 3 was Rock with Bobby Brown.
Ooh.
Hey.
So this was released in 1988. So he had to have some of
Wow.
the 80s in there. That's so older. If you look at his videos too, he looks like he's 12.
Who, Bobby or
And he's
Babyface?
singing all these
With his hair like that.
I want to
yeah.
yeah. You know how that happened though,
The
wait
slope.
How?
The ski slope.
Apparently he went to go get a haircut or something and they did a mistake. And
Fuck.
it was this way, and then they just said, oh look, and he goes, no, wait, leave it. And it was an in thing, and then he's
So
the
he
one that
started
started
that
it.
trend?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh.
Funny though.
Just while we're on Bobby Brown, do you remember going to his concert? Did we all
Oh
go?
my gosh, yes.
At what's that place in Monaco Event Centre or whatever?
Telstra.
Or whatever it was, yeah.
When was it?
And this was when was it? Oh.
Someone touched him. Was it your ad?
2000?
We got he threw his t-shirt and we had his t-shirt and we were like, yes. And do you know what they did?
Whatever, she was
They
snuffing
came
it.
back. They came back and took it back. Like, bro, don't throw your undies out and then you take them back. Yeah, just randomly. That just reminded me. I feel like our tickets were $60 or something, like real
Cheap.
ridiculous. And we're like, why wouldn't we go? Anyway, I think we would have paid 120 or whatever. But yeah, I think that left a sour taste in my mouth when we caught his shirt, and then later they came and said, "Oh, can we take that back, please?" I was like, no.
I forgot about that.
I know, just now. Shit. Cool. That was your number 3.
So that was my number 3. Number 2 was Love Should Have Brought You Home, Toni.
Oh.
So interesting, that song was originally written for Anita Baker.
Anita Baker. She was
Who
pregnant.
had to, so she said no because she was pregnant. I would have went, give it, I'll still do it. Giving
You would
birth.
just do the video
Jeez.
from here up.
Yeah. What was
Doesn't it
Yeah.
make you like laugh? Because like that's an iconic song for me personally, and doesn't it make you think how different would it have been if Anita Baker sung it, and would you have still loved it as much? Because would she have liked the arrangement, or would she have tweaked it?
I was thinking that too, but I think it's just Tony's tone that made this song, I think. And I thought, okay, is Breathe Again, because Breathe Again was more famous than the song, more popular than the song. And I thought, okay, which is, when it came down to those two songs, I still was like, yeah.
I think Breathe Again annoys me.
Yeah, I bet back in the 90s, I would have probably chosen Breathe Again. But because that was huge. That was such a, when she first came out, but this song, when the movie came out, Boomerang, yeah, you can hear it playing in the background. And,
oh, you can? I would have known that.
and then yeah, you guys gotta watch it. Yeah, it's so good. That's my number 2, and my number 1 was Kevin Temple.
Kevin Temple.
Kevin Temple. Kevin Temple. Can we talk? No, I had to decide out of Kevin Temple. I'm Ready and Can We Talk, because I love both, to be honest. But I kind of went with Can We Talk because it was his first big song. So I went with, but I do love I'm Ready the same. And apparently Usher claimed that he was the artist originally to sing Can We Talk. Get lost, Usher. I don't like Usher.
Yeah, you have to time later. Calm down.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you remember when Tevin Campbell came on The Fresh Prince?
Vaguely.
Didn't he date Ashley?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh.
Is he gay?
He's gay.
Yeah.
He's gay.
He's gay.
I remember they questioned him.
Yeah. He came out when, what's that song about the world that he came out with? Come Back to the World?
Come Back to the World.
He came out.
Too.
He came out to say he was gay when that shit came out.
Oh,
around that time.
Out to the world.
Come out to the world,
eh?
eh?
I don't
know if it's like specifically to that song, but it was around that time.
I reckon there's someone to blame for that.
About him being gay?
Not that it's a bad thing to be that. I think because if you look deep enough into things like YouTube and documentaries and whatever, you find out that Quincy Jones has a lot to do with why what's her name, Tevin Campbell came out. Quincy Jones. He once took him under his wing, and apparently there was some things that happened.
Oh.
So you're saying like Quincy Jones encouraged him to come out to the world and say he's gay, or he's
helped him realize
traumatized him in a way that he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. Traumatized him.
Yeah.
Physically.
To come out.
No. Traumatized him physically, therefore years later he came out.
Oh my goodness.
Shit.
Okay,
Did he do that to Michael too?
So sorry to throw a little bit of controversy into this.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. Especially if we want to bring it up. And I had a little crush on him, but I've seen him recently, and I'm like, oh, I'm good.
Who, Quincy?
Plus he's good. Quincy. Plus he's good too. He doesn't like women anyway, so. I didn't know he was gay. I just don't think I really. After he dropped off. You know what I mean? For a while, I don't think I gave him much thought. And then I love Come Back to the World, but that's the last song I can remember.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Just imagine all the other shit that you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Wonder if he did it to Michael.
Probably.
Oh, I feel like a spotlight session on Quincy Jones is
Me too. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Well, that was nice.
1989. Holy crap.
Should have had a 6-pack.
Oh, then all the songs will be coming out.
Then it'll be karaoke.
That's the best thing right there is like we got a huge range, but we still didn't even really. There's still so many more.
Yeah.
Like everything Toni Braxton for me is just like. Amazing.
Yeah.
Shucks, yes. And Bobby Brown, because he did, there was that Ghostbusters song too.
Yeah.
On Our Own or whatever, which was, so it's just like, I would have probably gone with that one. Pink's first album. It was real R&B.
I loved Pink's.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so I only knew about that because, that's the only album that she did that was R&B, but that wasn't her buzz. So she did it, and that's another album, every single song I love.
So, which brings us to our next one, which is, because Linda's already brought my answer out. Any song from him as an artist or group you think he made famous? And for me, it was Pink.
Oh.
I think he made, I think she would have made it herself, but I think
she wouldn't have because that wasn't the direction she wanted to go.
But that, yeah. She loved Madonna. She was such a Madonna freak. It wasn't even funny. She dressed like Madonna. And you kind of see it anyway. She's kind of like
can in her
that
own
funk.
funky way. Yeah.
So when she was in a girl group called Choice.
Cowboy Choice.
And then they offered her a solo record, told her to leave the group and go by herself.
Yeah. I feel like for me, this is what the first, I loved her because of that. And then later on, I liked her music because of her. But I'm not sure whether I would have if this album didn't come out. So
Same.
I'm grateful that she did it. And then after that, she was famous enough to be like, this is what I want to do now. I didn't mean to.
Because we used to blast her music. Like when that album came out, we used to, oh my God, we were blasting it in the car. But it wasn't just like 2 of her songs from the album. It was like pretty much the whole album.
Yeah.
So, and you can hear Babyface all over it, which is so cool. That's probably why we loved it.
Yeah, definitely. So you may as well. Was that your choice for this category?
Yeah, I think he made Pink.
How did you choose your song for this category? Like, was it the same process of elimination, or did you know straight away?
No, I had a few. Like, I had Bobby Brown as well, because he did Bobby Brown's album. Well, yeah. It was out of those 2. I just thought I'll just choose out of those 2.
Toni never ever came to your mind?
I would have went... Huh?
Toni
never came to your mind?
Oh, I thought one of you guys would do Toni, but I didn't think any of you guys would do Pink. But I think I didn't go with Toni as well because I knew Toni would have done it by herself without
100%.
Babyface.
No one has.
Yep, 100%.
Really?
You know why? Let me say why. Because of her unique tone. No one has it besides Tamar, a little bit, but no one has it. And
who else could have molded her voice to fit though, like as good as Babyface did? Because if you look at all of her shit, even like all of her shit, her best shit is what Babyface has done.
Yeah, I still
but how do
think
we know?
she would have made
I still think she would have done it on her own too.
That's because of her tone too. I think it's purely it's her tone.
At some point, a song would have come along, and she would have sung the shit out of that, and made it,
The only song of hers that like ranked and shit that he didn't touch was "Unbreak My Heart," but everything else was him.
Yeah,
I
still believe she would have made it. Yeah, whereas Pink, probably not.
Pink would
no
not
offense.
have gone down that avenue.
Wouldn't be where she is now. Yeah.
Joey, you've just entered into a debate about whether we think Toni Braxton would have made it without Babyface, and Sin and I are like 100%. Honey is not in agreement.
I think whatever song Toni Braxton would have sung with that tone, unique tone that she has in her voice, would have been amazing. If she sang like everybody else, I think not. But she stands out already because of her tone.
Did she ever end up suing Beyonce?
What was
the deal there?
Oh, she claimed that her song that she did first, Beyonce stole.
Beyonce's stolen lots of shit.
Wouldn't be surprised.
It was what was the song? Something along the lines of "The Boy Is Mine."
Oh.
The title of the song.
I need to know now.
Yeah.
It was
Someone top it up.
Yeah.
in the early stages of Beyonce's solo career.
And you're most
Interesting.
likely to be
what's
dodgy.
this? Toni Braxton on Beyonce's
Yeah.
phony. Oh no, that's not it. Toni Braxton once had a feud with Beyonce, and so is it the Me and My Boyfriend one?
Yes, Me and My Boyfriend. That's the
But
one.
that's isn't that because that's kind of like the Tupac Me and My Girlfriend?
Yeah.
So who wants
Yes,
to do
that's
who
right.
here?
That's right. Yeah, that's
Toni
right.
Braxton did that.
Toni Braxton did it
song.
first.
Yes, but it's like actually, well, Tupac did, Me and My Girlfriend.
Yeah.
So really, what do you want to fight about?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's like Me and My Boyfriend Beyonce or Tony?
Oh, fuck.
I liked the Tony version before Beyonce brought hers.
Yeah, I don't think they're comparable because they're different.
Yeah.
So I liked them both in their own right, but because I liked Me and My Girlfriend.
Yeah, agreed.
I think part of Toni Braxton's angst was her song was still on the charts, was still on the shelves, and here comes Beyonce stealing her thunder. Therefore,
Yeah, it wasn't too
therefore
long
no
after,
revenue
yeah.
is coming into her account.
Yeah.
The song became an instant hit and pissed Braxton off. She expressed her frustration publicly. Yeah, I would not want to start a fight with those two, eh? But then it's Toni Braxton, so she's going to be okay, I suppose. She's going to be fine. Wow. Yeah, I forgot about both the songs, and that's what I mean, because I didn't really think about them as competition. Because for me, they were both still good songs.
Yeah.
But
I didn't like Beyonce's one. I thought it was like really cheesy. And how do you bring your bullshit boyfriend and sing a song like that about Tupac's? That's how I felt about it.
honey,
like,
I think you
fucking
should
make
really tell us how you feel. Like, don't hold back.
Love it.
I think
That is so true.
but please, Bayhive, just don't attack us, please.
I don't like it because of Beyonce. I like it because I actually like the song. So anyone could sing it. It has to be good though, and I would like it. So it's not necessarily just because Beyonce
Yeah.
sung it.
Who did you
Beyonce?
think he most whose career do you think he most boosted, Linda?
So I actually thought one of you guys were going to come up with this, but I'm gonna. This one was instant for me. I didn't have to research or whatever, because straight away this person came to my mind, and that's John B.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's done his own stuff, and I'm kind of like, oh, was Someone to Love basically it? No, jokes. Like, I love him, and I love Pretty Girl, and I love, the other things. But, like, imagine being 19 years old, but actually, in his own right, he'd written songs for other people anyway before he
John
sung
B.
that song. Shit, yeah. Like, After Seven, Toni Braxton, Michael Jackson, Colour Me Bad. He'd already done all of that anyway.
Did he? I didn't know
Yes, before this. And then he, apparently caught the eye of Babyface's then wife, Tracy Edmonds, or whatever her name is.
that. Oh, she caught his eye.
Or in terms of,
What kind of eye?
He showed her the demo. He showed her the demo, and she was like, yeah, this is a hit. But then to have, because I really felt like he sounded like Babyface.
Yeah.
And there were at times where I was confused about who was singing what part, and then to have him on the track is like, well, shit, mate. Straight away,
Yeah.
that's a hit. But then, I follow him on Instagram, and I struggled to really enjoy his stuff now.
John B.
Yeah.
He just
I'll
doesn't
always
hit
love
the
him.
same anymore. Yeah. his
Nah,
stuff,
I'll
yeah.
always love him for, his that earlier stuff.
Yeah.
Because even he did a song with Tupac, right?
He did a Are You Still Down or something. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
Did
like
he?
a remix or something.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then after that, I'm kind of. So I feel
Bleh.
like for me, that was your shot. You shoot, you shot, you shoot. Shot, you shoot. What is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shot your shot.
Shot your shot, and then
Shoot your shot.
not, and then not. I still love him just because, that song was just like, oh. And then to see, okay, here we go, I'm going to say something potentially racist. To see it be a white boy was even more like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my shot for. Son, did you play your song? Who just went?
Me.
Cynthia.
You did?
Yeah.
Did you play your song?
No.
Yes, you played Rock With You. No, you
Was
didn't.
it your song?
No, you didn't play it.
No, you didn't play your Pink song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Because I want to know what Pink song you do.
Oh, I just went with the one that everybody knows.
And you know, we'd never seen anything like this white girl full
Being
of brown
black.
flavour.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But still maintaining her like white girl punk look and just being so freaking cool.
What were the other songs on that album? I can't remember.
Can't Take Me Home to Mama. Split Personality.
Love is such a crazy thing.
Love is such a crazy thing. Yes. I even know where I was working.
Yeah, so do I.
Is that a thing? Is that
I
a
know where
thing?
you were.
Was I working at that computer leasing business?
Yeah, you were.
Because
Shut
I must have had the CD.
Joey,
had
do you
the
know
CD.
the song? Okay, just checking.
Most girls want
Then she does a hardcore dance, yeah. God. Do you know what I'm going to be listening to? After
The Lord
this?
Mower?
Oh, shit, sorry guys. Did I not fucking say, you better not be mowing your lawn and they don't give a shit?
Massive fan of
Yes.
Pink.
Yeah. Or what, current? Like now, everything she does?
More of the past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, same. I like that. Cover Me in Sunshine.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That song with her daughter.
That's cute. That's cute. And she was Gloria on Happy Feet.
Yes.
Yeah,
she was.
Yeah. There you go. There you go was good.
Oh, that's right. That's the
Yeah,
one.
that's probably like the one. And You Make Me Sick.
Yes.
You Make Me
yeah.
Sick reminds
remember
me of
now.
Save the Last Dance.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so cringy.
Yeah, but I love that. I love that movie. I do. You gotta love,
Gotta love your
Julia
white
Stiles.
side.
I do have to. Yeah, excuse me. We literally just did a white girl podcast. Okay, we gotta love our white side. Yeah, that was a good album. Okay. Woo.
Oh, that was nice.
So good.
Yeah. See, and you forget, like, you love the song, but then when it starts playing, you're like, ooh,
I know.
that's what it does. I don't even
Hits
know when
different.
that came out. It does hit different. Pretty girl. Because I need to think about how old I was. Should I have been listening to these songs in 1995? Probably not. I was 15, but anyway, it is what it is. But actual, do you know what I mean? That's when you start getting all emotional and shit. Fun times. Joey, have you got your song that you think was?
Oh, we up to the last one now?
No, we're still up. Have we asked you about your song that
Your
you feel-
artist that you
yeah, that
think
he
he
made
boosted
famous?
the career the most.
For me, it's Milestone.
Oh, yeah, Milestone.
Because if it wasn't for him bringing them all together and actually getting them to make that famous "I Care About You" track,
Yeah.
I don't think we would have ever been able to enjoy that particular song and those legends all coming together and doing it. So
Exactly.
That's true.
Is it that song, Girl? I care about
yep,
you.
that one. That's the one.
Yeah,
Oh,
I forgot they were a super group because it's like
Me
a
too.
weird thing, eh? Yeah. Like I don't
So
remember
yeah, it
many.
makes
Soul
sense when you
Food
say bring
movie.
them together.
Oh, another movie I haven't seen. And Soul
What
Food,
movie? Sorry,
actually.
pun?
Is it Soul Food? Did you say?
Oh,
Soul Food.
Soul Food, yeah.
Soul Food was produced by him and his wife's production company, Edmonds Entertainment. That was one of their.
God.
Yeah, I know. Like
He's
so
done
much
a lot
talent.
of movies, eh? Didn't realise.
He's done that. Well, shit. Quickly, just to interrupt Joey's, milestone, and because you said he's done a lot of movies. Bro, that guy did the whole Waiting to Exhale soundtrack. Wrote.
Which was an awesome soundtrack, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
amazing. Even the movie is quite. That's a movie I have seen. But yeah, shucks, yeah. So I forgot about this supergroup. And you know what's cool is that they're all brothers. Well, not all, but sets of brothers.
What a talented family, though, eh?
Yeah, I didn't know he was the baby though. I didn't realize that after 7 guys were the older
He's
brothers.
second
and
to
he's the
last.
baby.
He's he's the fifth one.
Yeah. Like, oh shucks. So much
So
talent in
many.
one family. All right. Lay that. Oh, do you need us to play that one for you, Joey?
You can play it if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Why not? Sure.
Definitely.
It's a good song.
Definitely.
You can play it or Punny will sing it.
Yeah, Punny, sing it.
In the
There's
key
enough
of
of
Barry White.
There's enough of us here. Do you want me to play it?
In the key of Barry White.
Milestone, I care about you. Super nosy. Was there any other songs that they did?
Who?
Milestone.
Milestone?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't think. No, I don't think so. I think it was just
No.
that one song.
That's all good. If you're going to do a song, you do a good song.
They definitely can't have a reunion, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, because one of the.
Sorry, that was.
I was going to take it there. Bad news, Bobby.
Sorry, that was bad. That was bad.
Let's just press play.
Wait, who's dead out of them?
bro-
Kevin?
Melvin.
Melvin.
Oh.
The brother.
Oh, that's
the
right.
brother, the older brother.
Because someone mistakenly said it was Babyface that died, but it was his brother.
Oh,
What a good memory.
that was so cool.
Yeah. Do you know it's funny because what did I read? It was like, oh, how can you write songs for women? Do you know what I mean? Which I thought was actually a weird question because he was like, well, men, feel those emotions as well, kind of thing. I guess they just don't really say it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But I kind of thought it was weird. I was like, well, I never really thought about a song being designed for one sex. Do you know what I mean? Well, just because a female has sung it, I never really thought that a female would have had to write it or a female would have had to. Do you know what I mean?
There was something he said about that.
Sure, there are songs. Hey,
There was something he said about that. How he wrote songs for females.
well, yeah, guys feel emotions too. If they just because they don't really.
But no one
Communicate
makes songs about that anymore. There's no guys who still sing about how hurt his girlfriend is making him feel, or you cheated on me. They don't want to talk about that stuff anymore.
No, they just want to move on to the next.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
There's something to be said about that era of music. I want to say like the end of the 80s, coming into the 90s and the 90s. Do you know what I mean? There's a reason why people like us and so many people want to always have that kind of music. That was the best era of music, like everyone's remixing those songs. There's something to be said about that time.
Yeah. So I chose Bobby Brown as the artist, I think, Babyface. Because I felt like there was more of a challenge to make him famous, because when he came to Babyface, he's just come out of New Edition, who are already famous or got kicked out of or whatever. He's already had a first album that flopped, and he's already got this really bad reputation about that he's a druggie or whatever kind of thing. So there was more of a challenge in trying to make him something that would make him famous, and I feel like what he did for him in that album, Bobby was able to stand alone. He's not Bobby Brown from New Edition. He's just Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Agreed. Nice.
Yeah, now that you say it, I'm like, that's a really good point.
The challenge that came with it, and yeah, he's he was a massive
Like, do you
celebrity.
feel like they took a risk there, taking Bobby?
Yeah, way more risk involved because like he was a new
He's
addition.
reckless.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
and
he totally was. Yeah.
he's a bad guy.
Yeah,
or
and most
whatever,
wouldn't have taken him, to be honest.
And his first album flopped. I didn't even know there was an album before To Be Cruel. To be honest, like I didn't even know there was one. So I was just like,
Wow.
oh shit. There's more of a challenge there, and to be able to flip it that way. So yeah, I chose Bobby Brown, but I'll play Roni because we've already played Book of You.
Yay, Roni.
Yeah, and Roni is one that was written frickin' in 1982 and then not released for years later. So that's even more, poetic.
Yeah, there's a funny story I read. There's a guy who co-writes with Babyface, Daryl something.
Daryl Simmons. Is it Daryl Simmons?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daryl Simmons.
And he was talking about how Roni came about. He said that there was this girl who was really in love with Babyface, but she was too young, so they were talking to him going, nah man, she's a Roni, you can't mess with her, she's a tender Roni. And that's how the Roni came about.
Cool.
Yeah, I've always wondered what the frick,
Slang was.
Yeah, that slang was, and that none of that really kind of filtered to
Just thought it was a macaroni, eh?
Oh, yum.
I didn't even really think about it. Even when like my boo came out, I was like, the fuck is a boo? Do you know what I mean? And so like we never really...
Boo was a bay.
A bay, exactly.
At the bay.
I still don't know why my audio is not playing though. Sorry.
Oh, do you want me to pop it on for you? Daryl Simmons and Babyface were in a group, when Babyface was in a group years ago called frickin' Man-Child? Before he was in the deal. But I always used to see their names around. L.A. Reid, Babyface, and Daryl Simmons. I would always, pretty much, definitely
same.
L.A. Reid all the time, hence LaFace, but would see Daryl Simmons up in there as well. And then because I don't really know Man-Child. They sing a song especially for you, and I don't really know it. Is that a terrible thing to say? Oh, shucks. It's funny that I just read up about Bobby Brown's first album and how it didn't do well, and so he wanted to go with, better producers basically, and that's when he's enlisted the help of Babyface, L.A. Reid, and Teddy Riley. Then it reminded me that Teddy Riley and Babyface did a verses.
Yeah. Yes.
I didn't watch that one. That was the
I
very
didn't
first.
either.
Neither, because it was a bit of a foreign concept. Oh, shut up.
They butchered
Why
it.
are you on
They
this
had to do it again.
podcast?
They
They
butchered
keep
the first
dropping
one. They
out,
had to
eh?
do it again. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard, because it was quite a foreign concept, wasn't it? The verses. So
I just don't think they should have been paired up. That's what I think.
There were two different styles.
Yeah.
Totally.
One was
There was just
one
no...
was in the bedroom. The other one's in the club.
Yeah, true.
So then who would you pit them
mics
up
didn't
against?
work.
Probably not against each other. That's for sure.
No.
That's the thing.
That
though,
was
with
not a
producers
good...
is They
That was
come
the
with their
problem.
own sounds and they make their own sound, so they're like in their own lane.
Yeah,
it was
so
me-
they
Can't
can
really
still
compare.
Yeah.
If it was me, the closest that comes to Babyface is David Foster.
Yeah,
But
he's one of
David-
my favourites too.
David Foster has come out and said, "Oh, this can be part of my fact for the last one." Babyface is actually his favourite producer.
That's mine too.
that's
Funny you say that,
nice.
because we were meant to...
Can you enlighten me? I don't know who David Foster
David
is.
Foster produced some hits like "Glory of Love."
Oh,
So he
Peter
does all the
Cetera?
big ballads.
Chicago
like,
stuff,
his kind of...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the Love Is Gone,
Yeah.
EWF.
Ooh.
He's done some Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of Celine Dion songs.
But so has Babyface too. He's done some
Yeah,
Celine
yep.
Dion. Yeah.
I put Babyface and David Foster the same, but Quincy Jones up the top.
Yeah, with Tevin.
Oh, I gotta take it back there for.
Yuck!
He's done heaps. Hasn't he?
So-
Paul
So
Anka,
kind of went Quincy Jones,
Yeah.
If
Dolly
I was to
Parton.
rank him overall as a producer, Babyface, I would put Quincy Jones and then David Foster and Babyface together. And then Dre.
Got to put your thug back in there. Yeah, so that's funny that they did it like that. But hey, it was still entertaining and people loved it. And I guess it's because they had to put them the same eras. Do you know what I mean? People wanted the 90s vibe, so they had to put... I don't know. I didn't watch it. Shit. 'Cause
Didn't
it
we
was
do a
new.
podcast on it?
You boys did. You boys did a podcast.
Oh, yes,
Linda and
yes.
I
We
started,
didn't have...
we started
Right.
the podcast like
After.
months
Right.
after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
watch it, you see Babyface. It's like he's just so humble, eh? He's so calm. There was just no, is it my turn? Oh, it's like
Wait.
anything he touched or said was just gold.
Wait,
Like,
wasn't
that's
he
the-
sitting in front of his Grammys though?
Who?
Babyface, wasn't he?
He was
sitting
in
in
a
front
s-
of?
I think he
Didn't
was
it
in-
was
in
when all his
studio.
like Grammys
In the
behind
He was in a
studio.
studio
Oh,
though.
studio.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's why they would
But
have been
he
there,
wasn't like cocky or anything like that. Like he was just so calm. Like, okay.
Okay.
This is my next song. Press the
So,
button.
while we're here, I didn't know he was so nice. Like, you get the vibe, but you know, sometimes, so you know how we were like, I said to you guys, I think we know the same gossip about him.
No,
But you
I
guys were like,
don't.
no, because I made it up, apparently. I thought I heard that he was a wife beater.
What?
Oh,
But I can't find anything on the internet about it. And
I
the
couldn't
more
either.
I watch
I
about
was like,
him,
Who
the
did you
more I
mistake him
watch-
for?
Probably R. Kelly. Probably R. Kelly and Chris Brown.
might have been Quincy Jones.
Because that's all she thinks about, probably.
No,
James
so
Brown.
Then, so I was just like, I don't know where I heard that. I think after he split up with Tracy, I thought there was a rumor or something about it. But I actually couldn't find anything about it. And it was good because I was really upset with, like, I was like, if you did do that, how can I still love you?
Oh,
Because-
shut up. Not everybody's R. Kelly, for fuck's sake.
Well, that's, and I was like, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll still love you. R. Kelly, on the other hand, you did what you did. So anyway,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
but then I found out he didn't do anything, so we're all good again. The love affair continues.
Yeah,
In
because
fact,
I was
it's
like,
even
I was
greater.
trying to search and I was like, where's the scandal this bitch is talking about? I didn't,
No,
I
there's
couldn't
no
find
scandal. I made
anything.
it up. You're welcome. Yeah,
Good
I
scandal.
must have confused it with someone else, or maybe I read something and then when you go into it, actually that's not what it is. Do you know how sometimes like,
Maybe
headlines
there's
are
a
fully-
gangster somewhere out there, and his
Called
gangster name is
Babyface.
Babyface. Yeah.
You know what? That's probably what it is.
That's probably now
And
that I
that
know
sounds
the
like,
guy.
you know, those,
But
yeah.
But his gangster name is Lil Babyface.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So apparently, speaking of Babyface's name, real quickly, because I was always like, where the fuck did that come from? Apparently, Bootsy Collins
Yeah.
looked up one day and was like, Babyface, and he didn't like it at all. And then before one of their shows, the guys were like, oh, let's introduce him as Babyface to the crowd, and then now it's stuck.
And that's
I was like-
because she thought his face, he had a baby
Well,
face.
look at him. He always gets.
He
I
looks
watch
young,
heaps of
eh?
interviews, and they're like, everybody wants to know what's your face care, regime or whatever, because he's 62.
Two.
Black don't crack. So anyway, it's true. Come on, don't look at me like that. Come on, it's true.
I think
It is true.
the worst controversy in Babyface's life anyway is that lawsuit he filed against Anita Baker.
Yeah, because she didn't
Yo.
show up to stuff and didn't. Yeah, I saw that too.
Yes,
Which
I
is-
heard she's a bit of a drama queen, that one name.
A bit of a diva.
What was
yeah,
that
a bit
about?
of a diva.
I think she failed to come on some tours, and she also didn't show up for some like recordings that they had. They'd agreed on, or maybe even signed off on, and all that kind of stuff, and just.
Yeah, I think I read something. She was meant to perform somewhere, and she just didn't turn up and didn't say nothing.
I mean, I like her, but
Me
if
too.
you
I
wanna
like- I
do
can't-
If you
I
want to
love
do
her
that
songs.
to my mate, then shucks. That's not cool. Babyface sues Anita Baker over collaboration for a breach of contract. Yeah. basically.
But that's not
saying
scandal. That's just business. So
no, but that's what he's
Yeah.
saying. Like the most scandalous thing is that because he seems to be the nice
Too good to
guy.
be true.
Yeah, and I'm not saying everyone has to be a dick, but the more I watch him on interviews, the more I'm like, gosh, you're really nice. And
Yeah,
you
he
really
really
are
is,
not this-
eh?
You know, he got COVID last year.
Yeah, he got it just before the verses. So his whole family had it. That's what I read.
right. Him and his then wife, who he's now
Yeah.
split from as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, both got COVID, but obviously recovered and whatever. But shucks, yeah. Okay, what's our last one? Because I feel like
We could go on forever.
A song like you didn't know he produced or wrote. I struggled, guys, and even before my turn, I may still change my mind. Like I'm taking it to the wire.
There was heaps I didn't know he did though.
Yeah.
Which we
Well,
can
I d-
mention, but
yeah.
you pick your one. You give us your one first.
I didn't know he did My.
Johnny
I
Gill.
thought Johnny Gill was on his own buzz with that, so that was like buzzy. Like there's a whole list of heaps of shit too. I didn't know he did. And I was like,
didn't-
well, do I even know Babyface at all?
Yeah.
But I was like surprised to know that he did stuff with Drew Hill too, because I didn't know that. And so the song that I chose was and there's a story behind this because when I was 16 years old, I was in love with Cisco, like and his
Aren't you taller than
Unleashed-
Cisco?
That's all right. It's still okay. No.
There are many ways.
Yeah, and his Unleash the Dragon album, when that came out, like I jammed that album. That was like I was 16. I was on my first real job at the warehouse, getting money. So like I went out, brought the album, and in the album he's wearing these yellow shoes or something. So I caught a bus all the way to Vic Market to the Sketcher store to
Buy you some yellow shoes.
to buy a yellow pair of Royals.
Oh
Do you
my
remember Royals?
goodness.
Yeah.
With the no shoelaces? Yeah,
Oh
so that's
my
like a
goodness.
story that I have about Cisco because, I was a fangirl with that guy, but I didn't know that he wrote So Sexual for Cisco, which is a song on that album that I still go back to if I'm listening to it.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah.
I don't know that one either.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
sexual. It's
Cool.
very sexual.
So would that go on your playlist?
Yeah, like I.
Oi!
Yeah. So,
Nice.
Song was on that and all that, but I always go back to that song and Got to Get It or Incomplete. But
I love
So
Incomplete.
Sexual.
Yeah, same.
If you said
Incomplete.
Babyface was on that, I would be like,
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense.
That Unleash the Dragon album that those songs are on. It was the very first bloody CD I purchased myself.
Really? So we were both fangirls of Cisco.
Everything before that was either borrowed or stolen.
Yeah. Well, same because I didn't have a job.
Yeah.
I
I think
can't share.
I'll find out. I think I had a little crush on him when he did a song with Maya.
Of
Oh
course.
yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. But then, like going back to it, you can hear Babyface in the chorus and the bridges. Like, of course it's Babyface, but I didn't know. So I was like, "Holy shit!"
That's
Okay.
so cool.
And that song still makes me feel a kind of way when I listen to it.
Oh shit! We need to play this right now. Here we go.
Oh, I bet it does. So sexual.
Kind of wave.
It might be inappropriate.
Oh my goodness.
Again, I'm so glad it's during the day.
Yo.
Very sexual.
I could hear him in the chorus.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
my
that
favorite
was
kinds
so
of songs that
nice.
he shows up on.
Yeah.
Wowzers. Yeah, I didn't know that either, but it makes sense.
Oh, that's cool. Something different.
Yeah.
I think a lot you
Nice.
don't even realise it's him. Most of the time you never gave it thought, eh?
Nah.
No.
So Sin and I were talking about our method yesterday of how we would be on Spotify, and there's playlists that, Babyface Babyface
Baby
playlist, where he produced, wrote, or sung on, and then like I just had it playing in the background while I was working, and I would be like, "Holy shit! I did not know this at all. It's nuts."
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey, what was your pick for this?
For the
This is
song,
the song you didn't know he wrote, produced.
for me, it was because he's quite known for the R&B genre. For me, it was Madonna's "Take a Bow."
Hey,
Oh,
that's a bad
yes.
tune too.
I love that.
A lot of people probably wouldn't know it was Babyface.
I didn't
until
know
you
that,
actually-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Sorry.
The
This reminds me of, oh shit, how would I have been? When did Take a Bow come out?
Mid to late 90s, reckon.
Was it early 2000?
Yeah, I can't quite time this one with who I was with or or what I was doing, which is weird, which makes me wonder when it was. It was 94. What? Wowzers.
I thought it was later than that.
I thought it was too. Why I said 2000.
The reason why I wouldn't have known it was 94 is because that year, I think Warren G's Regulate came out.
Hey.
Oh, yes.
Maybe.
You know, songs of that nature.
Yeah.
A lot of those songs came out in 94.
Yeah.
The Twins came out in 94
Hey.
with a couple of hits. So songs like Take a Bow from Madonna, you know.
They
we were
just
probably-
don't, no one cares, eh?
And was that for the, I feel like, am I making this up about the song that it was
For a
on?
movie.
Like
Evita?
Evita? Yeah. Not that I've seen another one, not that I've seen it, but you know, there was enough shit going on around that you remember that it was from, I'm pretty sure it was on there.
The video clip, I think,
The video clip is very much like that. It's like a bullfighter, wasn't
Yeah.
it? He was a bullfighter, the guy in it, or something like that. And he's a real life bullfighter, a neglected lover yearning for his love. All right, pipe down. But yeah, shucks, yeah, that was like such a good, you know, duo. I wouldn't have picked them to do a song together
No,
before that.
neither. Such a cool sound.
So very un-Madonna.
I know, eh?
Yeah, which
It's
is
so
what I
nice
love.
with him in the background too.
But so Babyface.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is probably the, you know,
He's like sensual, sensitive, sexy guy. You know, his music. The three S's.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
I reckon, I reckon his approach was start off by going into the friend zone.
And then seduce her.
Yeah. Seduce her with his music.
Well, I mean, he's had 3 wives, hasn't he? Shit. What was I going to say? How did you choose that song? Was that instantly like, yeah, that's the one I'm going to pick, or was there a couple that you?
For me, it was so much different to all the rest that I'd seen. All the rest were quite pop / R&B tunes
Yeah.
that I also loved, but that one in particular, I think is probably the only one he did with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but hey, it was a freaking great one.
Oh, yeah. So good. It suited her so well.
Yeah, like I loved her for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love her anyway. You know, she's got her time and place, but that was very elegant and very un-Madonna-ish that it was freaking lovable.
Sensual.
Yeah, the 3 S's. I mean, but actually, it's a sad song, isn't it? Though, really. So, but still,
Oh, that's the other S, sad.
you're sad. What was your son?
I'm not a fan of the song at all, but I chose. But hear me out. I chose it because I didn't know
Yeah.
that he wrote for this person.
Wait, I want to guess.
Oh, go then.
Is it a female?
Yes.
Does it start with a B and end with on say next, please?
Oh,
No?
yes. Yes.
Yeah. Is it? Did he do Best Thing I Never Had or whatever?
Yeah, I didn't
That's
know
not
he
what
did.
I thought. There's some Ariana Grande songs that he did that I was like, wowzers.
Yeah, I didn't know that he did music with Beyonce. I thought,
Neither did I.
What did you
So
think?
I was kind of shocked that when I saw the list and I saw that her name popped up. So apparently how it happened was that the song was already written and produced, and then for some reason they gave it to Babyface just to have a look.
Have a tweet.
And then a word here, word there, melody here, and all of a sudden the record had completely new life.
Hey.
And Babyface absolutely changed it and kind of filled the gaps that they thought was filled, but yeah. So they were so
Nice.
honoured that he had done it. Yeah.
That's a
So
good
then-
song though.
Yeah, it's one I don't mind. It's not like I've got other songs of hers I like, but I'm not overall a Beyonce
Yeah,
fan.
me too.
And then I'm going to go into witness protection after I say that because
Yeah, me too.
I'll be hated.
I remember
But
watching
yeah,
the video
not
for
a
that
fan,
song.
but very surprised about how he came about producing this song.
Yeah, cool. That is a good pick.
We don't have to hear it, eh? Do you know the song, Joey?
I don't think I do.
Oh,
So you got to
okay.
play it.
All right, then. It'll be interesting.
Sad.
It'll be, I couldn't take it anymore. It'll be interesting to see what bits he
The
actually
original.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought that
I
too.
wish
That
they
would be
could have.
so good.
Yeah, it'd be so cool to
It
listen
might
to
be
that.
somewhere. Might have to have a little hunt.
Mm.
Nice. Guys, it's my turn and I don't know what to give you.
Just get how many have you got?
I've got a shit ton, but it's between two that I'm struggling with.
Wait, just tell us the two then.
Okay, one
I would
is,
choose.
nah, I'll play it for you actually. But you're gonna think it's weird. Okay. Who likes Michael Bolton?
Oh, okay, me.
I kind of like his stuff is good, right? His stuff
What?
is
He
good.
wrote a song for Michael Bolton?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, and now that I know that, I'm like, this is why I love this song.
Oh, is it?
It's called The Best of Love. I've never
Okay,
heard it
that's
before.
not the song I was talking
I
about.
only know it from someone who introduced me to it, and I got the shock of my life to know it was Michael
Babyface.
Bolton. Now that I know Babyface had his hand in it, I'm like, this is why you love it so much. I like Michael Bolton, but the song is like a freaking ugh. Okay, and I'm choosing it because it's Michael Bolton. Do you know what I mean? And it's kind of random. As soon as he starts singing, I'm like, this is not Michael Bolton.
But you can hear Babyface tune.
Wow.
Oh, he's
if you're soft
going
guy?
soft, yeah.
What if you're falsetto?
I know, it's like, whoa.
I wouldn't think that was him now. If he was...
Neither, but now that I know the reason,
Oh,
nice save.
that's nice.
I love this build up.
Oh, that's so
That's a
Babyface.
Babyface
nice,
chorus,
yeah.
isn't it?
So Babyface, yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Oh, that was
I love
awesome.
that song. I love that song. It was that, or it was Rock Steady by the Whispers.
Oh, love it.
I know, but I was just, and I think I was just shocked with that one because I was like, wowzers, you would have been like 28 and you're writing songs for them.
That
But
was the
then I
second
thought-
song he's ever written for another artist, was that one. The first one was Morning Star.
Oh, yeah.
Slow
Midnight Star.
Jam?
Midnight
Oh,
Star.
Midnight Star.
Slow Jam.
Slow Jam, yeah.
Yeah.
And the next
and
song
I don't
was
know
Rocksteady.
that song much. I kind of know more the Midas Touch song.
What, the...
Got
Usher
the
Midas
Touch.
Touch.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved... I was going to choose that one for one of my ones, but I thought, there's...
I really
don't really
wanted
connect to it
someone
like
to
I did with
choose
the others.
two occasions.
Oh, Not for the best.
Oh no, I love it from the deal. Do you know what I mean? I really wanted someone to, because I couldn't choose it. I could have, but I didn't.
Mm.
And that's what I feel. Do you feel we're still lacking, or do you feel like we did good coverage?
That's all right.
Pretty good coverage.
It was good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty good coverage, yeah.
I think it was very varied. Very, very varied. I didn't know he wrote, although now that I think about it, Have I Never? You know, Have I Never? I'm not going to sing it, actually. Don't worry.
Have I Never by who?
By A Few Good
As
Men.
yet.
As
Yeah, I
Yet.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
But actually, think about it, it's got all the S's
Yeah.
going on in it, so it must have had Babyface's touch. Something in your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Something in your eyes has got all the
something
S's
in
as
it.
well.
Yeah.
You know, so could have. These are all going on the playlist.
Yes.
Yeah.
All of it.
I really feel like that needs to be a podcast. But we'd have to really figure out the categories to get that one right. And we'd have to do it at night.
Hey.
Yeah. Do you know what? One of the most interesting facts, super randomly, that I watched him tell Oprah was that when he was like, 12.
Oh, the Jackson story.
Bro, what is
How
that
he was-
about? How he was like,
Watching them as a kid?
no, he bloody went and interviewed them. He faked this whole story. So
Oh my goodness.
he looked for like their producer or their whoever was managing them or whatever. He looked for his like number in the phone book and rang him and put on a fake man voice and said that he was the teacher from this school and that he thought he'd have this good idea. How about some of my students interview your kids? Yeah, because they were kids at the time, the Jackson 5, because they were coming to his town or whatever. And the guy was like, oh, that's a really good idea. Give me your number and I'll give you a call back. And he's like, oh, no, what I'll do is I'll give you the number of one of my students, Kenny Edmonds.
Oh my goodness.
You ring him and you arrange it with him. So he did it all in this like man voice. And the guy was like, okay, good idea. And 10 minutes later, he rang him back. He rang Kenny. And was like, oh, your teacher's given me your number. And, you know, so they jacked up for him to come and interview the Jackson 5.
Wow.
Like,
That's
so
cool.
it's just like right from back then, there was these like things.
What a hustler. From way
Well, he's
back.
gonna be someone, He's gonna be
was
he's gonna
gonna
be
be
someone
yeah.
somewhere with something. I think where I struggle was like, they've got you sing, you write, you produce, you know, have all these ideas and can I have something?
Yeah. Can you share?
Can I have it? Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like, man, like so blessed.
What he doesn't have is a podcast.
Hey, if he wanted one though, I'm pretty sure he could just like pull something out his ass and I would be listening to it. Yeah. No, this is true. But I'm just like, how like amazing. And the cool thing is that he uses it. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't squander it and waste it. And someone said to him, like, do you ever like celebrate these big things? And he said, I feel like when I celebrate, you know, like when I really celebrate that, then I'm not moving on to the next thing. Whereas instead I'm like, yeah, that was good. Now I'm still doing the next thing, because then people get to a point and they're just like, wow, shit, I did good. I'm done kind of thing. And that's probably the key to his success.
I'm just like, who can like say that Mariah Carey was a backup singer? You know how she did the background shit?
Yeah.
She doesn't do background for anybody, you know what I mean?
No.
Nah, but it all starts somewhere, hey, I suppose, you know? Because even for him, he was in his bands. And that's what I like about the Two Occasions song. So he wasn't the lead singer of The Deal. He was the, I think, maybe guitarist or keyboard. And that's the other thing. Oh my God, he plays instruments as well. Like, pipe down, Babyface. So he was like in the background, and he had said to his mate, what do you need me to do? And he was like, oh, well, we've got two lead singers. So you come in and play your instruments or whatever. But I think he did the demo for Two Occasions, and they were like, oh, he's not the singer. He just did the demo for the song. And they were like, no, but he needs to be the singer. But that's not really his gig, eh? Do you know what I mean? He's like, I'm amazing at what I sing, but
Two
I kind of like these
Occasions.
other things. I love
So that's
Two
where
Occasions.
that's where my age comes in again, because you know the first time So you know when Mariah Carey had that song "We Belong Together," she's like, "I only think of you."
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what a copy! That's Game's song. You know the Game. He had an album out,
Yeah.
Doctor's Advocate, and there's a song on there where he's like, "I only think of you." It's like she copied the Game. It's like, oh wait a minute, it's Babyface.
But then, yeah, and before that, it was from the deal. It's funny, but it's cool, and that's what I mean. Like, it's just all timeless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've rated him, Sin. Because I'm not familiar with. I don't know. I haven't really thought about Quincy Jones, so I wouldn't have put him anywhere. But now you're making me think about it. But me personally, Babyface would be at the top.
No,
He's on top of Quincy.
oh my goodness.
Oh,
Yeah.
So son, Quincy's at the top and Tevin's just under it, right?
Followed by David. No, David's on the side.
Then who's at the back?
Gray's
Kelly.
at the back. Kelly. Oh my god.
Ay.
Who took us down that track?
Who always takes us down that track?
Are we still doing facts? Babyface facts?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The whole
Go
time.
for it.
A couple that I have. His key influences in music. One is Bob Dylan and the other is James Taylor. Bob Dylan's famous for songs like Mr. Tambourine Man, Like a Rolling Stone.
Who's James Taylor?
Bro,
James
I'm just
Taylor's
like-
You Got a Friend.
You
Oh,
got
true.
a friend.
Oh, Andy.
So it kind of makes sense, right? That Babyface's style is kind of modelled against those two guys. The other fact is he named one of his sons after Bob Dylan and called him Dylan.
Wow.
Oh. Wait, is this the same son who he wrote The Day for? I mean, yeah, The Day I Had a Son. Is that's what that song's about, eh?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
That's as far as my knowledge goes.
I think there's Brandon is maybe the other one. I can't remember. I didn't know that this guy's wife at some point was Carly Simon.
Wife?
James Taylor.
Yeah, James Taylor,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wonder if she wrote a song about him as well.
Yeah.
Probably.
Is she the
Maybe
one who
it's
sings Bet
You're So
You,
Vain.
the song? Yeah, You're So Vain. Yeah.
You're
Huh.
so vain.
That's about Warren Beatty.
Who's
Oh, I
Warren
feel like
Beatty?
I've read that before.
So is she the
actor.
old version of Taylor Swift or something?
Kind of.
Yeah, writing her songs about relationships.
Warren Beatty
Yeah.
was a Dick Tracy guy.
The actor.
Oh.
Acting Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
She was once married to him.
Oh. Well,
And
that's
he
just
had-
another.
He had some serious tickets on himself.
Oh, I quite like him. I need to
That
read
eh?
more of this.
Imagine like your ex-wife or girlfriend or whatever, and have this famous song, and it's about you, and it's You're So Vain.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you? I'll be so pissed off.
But that's pretty much every single person that Taylor Swift has
I'm
dated.
thinking about you.
There's
The
a-
lyrics
thinking
in
about
that
her
song
lyrics
are
now.
savage. They're savage. The lyrics in this.
Yeah.
Wow.
What else?
You
did
look
she
at your
sing?
reflection. Yeah.
Quite pretty, eh?
Wow, that's totally Taylor Swift's mum.
Yeah. I can't even think of any more of her songs though, because that one is probably for me the one that's the
She's not Taylor Swift's mum, is she?
No.
No,
Oh.
just in the
In
sense
terms
that,
of it, yeah.
she'll write a song about an ex, like Taylor Swift. Yeah, I'm so happy. Like, now that this is finished, I'm like, the
Me
sweat
too.
Is,
Don't.
Whew.
Let's not go with producers and songwriters like all in one.
I think we
was
set
fun.
the bar high with Babyface. That's why. I
Oi,
think
that
like
was
they'll
so
how did
high.
that come up? How did this come up?
I just think we thought it was
Ranking.
gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, ranking. I think we thought it was gonna. It was too hard to rank because they're just all bloody amazing.
Nah, I feel like there was a combo. Someone watched something on TikTok or Instagram.
No, it was
and there's
Cam. Cam sent us a message saying,
what
about an episode
What
where you
about-
rank people's albums and stuff?
yeah.
And what about Babyface?
And we were all like, oh, cool, yes, true.
Yeah.
Did we
and now
cover
know-
his stuff?
Who's that? Oh, Cameron's.
Cam's.
Oh, that's right. He left us and not instruction. He left us his picks, but he couldn't come on. But that's right. Where is it? Cameron. And that's what he does, eh? He leaves these frickin' oh, here we go. Oh,
Blue's
we did.
Clues.
We
Blue's
did.
Clues.
We did. He did Whip Appeal. We did Give You My Heart, which, to be honest, is my ultimate favourite because it's the two of them together. But I wanted to do another one, and he did Never Keeping Secrets, which I love too.
Yeah, I love that song too.
That whole
But that-
album is it for me.
Sen, you're the reason why Cam loves that song.
Which,
Hey.
which one?
Which one? Whip Appeal?
All those songs. You're the reason why Cam brought that list on.
Which one? Love Should Have Brought You Home? No. After drinking with you guys? Oh, okay.
Oh, so listen to this. Interesting. I didn't really, because we read things, but when we're busy or whatever, it doesn't stick. But his top 3 produced songs were Love Should Have Brought You Home, which we did. Tevin Campbell, I'm Ready, which we did. Bobby Brown, Rock With Ya, which we did. And the artist he boosted most to stardom is Bobby Brown.
Yeah.
Don't Be
we'll-
Cruel album erased any notoriety of New Edition and made him a star. Oh, Toni Braxton is another one, but I reckon she would have made it without Babyface.
But he's going,
Debatable.
Hundy.
Yeah.
Debatable.
Hundy.
Debatable.
Yeah.
No, what? Debatable.
debatable?
It is.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I don't-
Are you serious with that
No.
voice? Tell me who's got a tone
You can
like
have
Toni
talent,
Braxton.
but you gotta have the right music, the right songs.
No,
And
I think
all of everything that's cool of hers that she's ever done is everything Babyface has done for her.
it doesn't
She just-
mean anything.
She just seemed, for lack of a better word, weak to me.
Wow, that's another
Babyface
podcast.
does say that though too. Not
Not as an artist, but as a person, I think she would have been
Yeah.
too weak to, because she let Beyonce get away with what she did, and that was it. She didn't actually take her to court or anything.
Yeah. And then in his interviews, he talks about how sheltered she was. Like
Yeah,
he really
she's
had
weak,
to.
but it doesn't define her talent though.
Yeah, but
Do you know what I
need
mean?
someone to milk the talent out of you. Like you can be talent. Lots of people are talented, but don't get famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just wonder if
yeah.
any other producer would have brought out what
I don't think
Babyface
any
did.
other producer could have done that. Because he's talked about having to pull her out of her shell because she never knew about movies or music because she grew up in that Christian sheltered kind of family. She didn't have any life experience. So he had to like introduce her to that and try and pull it out of her. Like even making Me High, she didn't want to do because she felt it was too sexy and she didn't feel comfortable saying
Oh, that
those
was
kinds
such
of
a good
lyrics.
video clip.
But she's
Yeah.
a sexy bitch. She's
Yes,
a sexy bitch.
exactly.
Though.
But he was like, you need to be more daring. You need to do this kind of shit. And so that's how Making Me High came about. So I don't think any other producer could have made her what she is. And it's like it's all Babyface.
We will never know.
Oh well, I think we'll agree to disagree.
yeah,
'Cause
I think
still
so
think-
too. I'm feeling
I
really
still think
offended
she
right
would've-
here.
Yeah, I know.
Do you think
I
if David
think-
Foster produced her, tried to make her famous, he would have? Like
Yeah.
imagine Tony's music with David Foster.
Yeah, I think David would have done. He's an amazing producer.
But he's white.
Right next to Baby. Yeah, he's white, but he
know
also
what?
produced black
When we were
people.
talking about them too, I was like, they're on the same par. One does it for the black people, one does it for the white people.
That's why I said
okay.
they're exactly the same because one's white,
did
one's
it for
black,
the-
and they
yeah.
cater for different. But I still think David would have done something with Toni.
I mean, imagine her saying, I am a man who will fight. You know what I mean? Like,
But I think David.
Yeah.
Well,
I think David would have known what song to kind of
Would have
that
suited
would
her.
cater to her voice.
Yeah, because at the end of the
I
day,
believe
she's got
that.
the voice.
And
Yeah,
not
so-
that, at the end of the day, he's a producer. That's what they do. They can
their
hear
job.
it. They see it.
Yeah.
They know it's their job.
Apparently,
I
David
mean-
was the polar opposite of Babyface's personality. Apparently, he was an absolute asshole to work with.
But hey, look at what he produced.
Yes,
You know what
But,
I mean?
yes.
but he's
Not saying
got the
that it's-
Marnies.
Not saying
Did he
it's
work with
excusable.
Tevin Campbell? Sorry.
No, Quincy.
Oh my God.
Did Quincy? Yeah, he did. Quincy did.
No.
Many times.
Oh my god.
Over and over.
It's
Over and under.
When I saw I was looking at Quincy stuff.
Oh my god.
The reason why I put him on top was because it was kind of like Babyface stuff and David Foster stuff put together, and that's Quincy. The amount of work and the amount of people
Yeah.
that he's done, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even realise until
Like
I
Tevin.
looked into it. And he had his eye on Tevin, that's for sure. Wait, was that him? No, that was him. Yeah.
So I just had to jump in there because Sin left it wide up. She said the amount of work and people that he's done, and I had to jump in on that one.
Like,
I had to jump in on
not
that.
here for that.
Sorry, Tevin. I know you're going to be a
God.
listener of this podcast, Tevin. Sorry,
I'm going to tag Tevin.
sorry, Tevin.
Kevin Temple.
Kevin Campbell. You
gonna say
tag
Kevin.
Tevin Campbell.
I was about to
Kevin
say
Campbell.
Kevin.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
That
Poor
was
Tevin.
good.
Yeah.
Poor
that was
Tevin. How about poor Toni?
good. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
poor Tony.
I've gotta say, I think she would have made it on her own. That's right.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with that because
Yeah,
if you're a good producer and you're a known producer and you've done big shit and big people, you will do your job. It's not just...
She
yeah,
might
I'm
have
like,
made
yeah,
it.
Babyface did that for her, but I still believe any other good producer would have done something too.
Because
But if she
I
didn't
think
have
she
that
would've
tone,
been
if she didn't have
Toni.
that tone, I would have been. There's no way she would have made it. She wouldn't have. But because she has that tone along with it,
I can't
I
get the
agree.
picture of Tevin and Quincy out of my mind.
oh my god,
Do you know
gross.
what? Neither will our listeners now.
Yeah,
Oh,
thank you,
God.
Joey.
Okay.
Is that
I
actually
think. Hey.
true?
I don't know, and I'm not even gonna look it up.
No, I'm not
Do
looking either.
I don't want to tar anything.
Or did he make it up like your one?
I didn't make it up. I just feel like I read something at some point, and clearly when I tried to look for it, I couldn't find anything, which I was happy about because you don't want to.
Yeah.
People are human. I get that. Two people.
Could you associate him with the way that LaFace ripped off TLC? You have to.
No,
eh?
I don't want to. I don't want to, but I haven't even looked into that properly either. So I don't know, but I don't want to. But I wouldn't think he, seeing what he's done and all that, I wouldn't think he was capable. I would hope he wasn't capable.
But I know LA Reid's capable.
Yeah. Which
So
is
I think
Maybe
it's
it's
coming
more him.
from. I think it's coming from that side. Not
Okay,
so
I'm
much
happy to blame
Babyface.
him then. Yeah, all right. I'm happy to blame him, even though they're like besties. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
There's not enough evidence for it to be Babyface.
What song do we want to end on? We should end on a
I know.
song. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Go,
end
Pam.
on. Today's youth and stuff, they don't know. Like I had a talk to my teenager this morning because he's into I'm Tevin Campbell.
Oh, my God.
Is his name Quincy by any chance?
Do you know? And when you were having that conversation with your teenager, it was good that he was into Tevin.
Yeah,
Now-
but I was like, but do you know that like Babyface produced all of those songs that you like? It was Babyface who done them, and he was like, oh no, who's like didn't even know Babyface. So I was like, if you had to describe to like the youth of today who Babyface was, and you're trying to get them into them, what song would you play?
Oh.
Oh, shit. Let me refer back to my
And
list
it's
of
not
things
allowed
that
to be Kevin's.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, Joey.
Yeah, Joey. Oh God, that's really hard. So we'll
To be
pick a
fair-
song. Yeah.
I bet Tevin said that too.
Oh my.
To be fair, Tevin has quashed any of those rumors.
Yeah. Well, he
But
would.
who?
He would. Like, who would want everyone to know that?
Exactly.
Blech.
I don't. This is really hard to have to choose right now. So
Like, you can't just off the top of your head.
I would say Bended Knee.
Hey, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I don't know. My kids are babies, but pretty much anything that I play, they end up loving. And I don't know whether it's because it's like familiar. Like sometimes I'll hear them. What have they been singing lately? We Built This City.
Hey.
I'm just like, how do you know that song? They're like, from you. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Same.
So I feel like I could play this stuff to them too. And, you know, if it's you have it on in the background and have it in the car, because I dominate the music because they are not putting music on in my car. And so I reckon that they'd eventually be like, you just hear them humming things out of the blue sometimes, you know, by themselves doing stuff. So I reckon I could put Bended Knee on for a little bit and they'd be crooning to that too.
Yeah. Nice. What about you guys? I reckon I know I said don't pick Tevin Campbell, but I would play something of his. And then I'd tell them the scandal, but no, I'd play something of his because it's like, you know, I was at work the other day and one of the young guys was playing Tevin Campbell and stuff, and he was like, "Oh, do you listen to throwbacks too?" I was like, "What? What do you mean listen to throwbacks? That's like, what do you mean?"
I hate when they do that.
What do you mean throwback?
This isn't my current playlist.
Yeah. So then I guess I'd go with Tevin on to and try and get someone into it. Something from him, I guess.
Yeah, ooh.
I'm ready.
Oh, I'm the same as Linda. Every morning taking them to school, wherever we go, I'm always blasting my playlist. And I think my kids are like 14, 13. They kind of enjoy it. They like at first, but then the next minute they're singing it. Like Cam was blasting songs of Babyface this morning in the front, and Bailey came in and started singing. He was singing it hard out and giving me a kiss this morning, and I went, "Oh my gosh, you do know the song." Yeah, because I played it in the car. But my kids love Can We Talk? Yeah. So I think that would be the song for me.
Can I just say I forgot about a song? Just now I forgot. Do you remember the Jezebel remix by Outkast that he did?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, he's in it. He's in it.
Yeah.
Yes, he's singing the chorus.
He's the chorus guy, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love that song, and I think I know why now.
Yeah.
No, but that Aliens album rates for me anyway. So the fact that he's on it is even,
better. Yeah.
Better.
I love that song. Yeah.
Oh, yes, God. Sunshine.
Yeah.
Sunshine. Is that with Jay-Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. God, yes. Shit, you just start,
Sorry.
triggering. What's your ended on song? Oh, is it Whippoorwill?
I think it'll be End of the Road.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What album was that on? Coolie High Harmony.
You know what? No, it wasn't.
No, it was on
just on the
Boys to Men.
soundtrack.
The Boys to Men. I think it was called Boys to Men too.
No, it was on the
Boyz II
Cooley
Men.
High Harmony, but it wasn't on the original release of that.
Right.
Because it was only just on Boomerang.
Boomerang.
But then, because it was so famous, they re-released it with End of the Road on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
End of the road for me because I remember back when it first came out, it was such a good sing-along song.
Mm. Yeah, still is.
Yes.
Yes,
feel
Are
it
you
like-
going to
was.
sing us out then?
I think he should.
We
when
belong
the-
together.
Hey!
Keep going.
I think it's sad that what's the name, Michael is no longer in the band because
Yeah.
when you think of Boyz II Men, you think back then there was
Yeah.
4 of them. Now there's only 3.
Yeah, I think, would you find that with any group that you like, when they lose a member, it's like the essence of them is gone,
And
kind of thing. Like, and
Changes.
they carry on, and you're kind of like, like,
not the same.
yeah, like
Sad.
TLC, you know?
The other sad part about that is he's still alive. It's not like the guy's dead, you know. And he begged pretty much to come back. They said, "No,
Why?
Yeah.
you had your
See,
chance."
not assholes.
Why?
No,
Because
because,
he-
bloody wonder.
You
He
know,
was-
he left the group
Yeah, he left the
because
group.
he left because, you know, Boyz II Men were kind of dripping down because NSYNC and them came out. And
Yeah.
he left because they were like not big anymore. So he ditched them. So
Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
He ditched
wow.
them and he had to sort out his back.
Did he hang out with Quincy too? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
gosh.
God. You had
Okay,
to, wait,
on that
hun.
note, nah, thank you, Joey, for coming in and, you know, being our guest. And I think to a degree that made us a little bit nervous as well.
Yeah.
It was like,
Traumatizing
Hams
us
came
with
on.
your stories.
Well, now we were right in our nerves because, yeah. But yeah, it
There was
really
pressure. Yeah.
I'm
cool. Yeah,
all
it was
about the rumors.
pressure.
You brought the
Yeah, same
tea, that's for
apparently.
sure.
Same. I'm all about the making up stories about people, about nice people. No, it was cool. It was really because it was really exciting, and we always encourage, you know, people to come on. So we're really grateful that you put your hand up because we know what we know and we know what we'll talk about. But it's so good to have your perspective on it as well, and a dude's perspective on
Yes.
Yeah, we
on
had
this type of
to.
music. Yeah,
We had to.
like
Thank
I'm
you for having me.
Yeah.
If I was
Like, you know.
honest, like you jumping onto it added more pressure because I was like, oh fuck, this guy knows his shit. Like,
No,
oh
exactly.
no, I don't know
And
anything.
you know what? Let's tell a funny story about how Joey didn't get the notes for today's podcast. But who would have known? Do you know what I mean? Like, and then we knew that. We were saying, and I even said this to you guys, when we were in a chat, I said, here we are, stressing the fuck out, and I bet you
Yeah.
Joey's not even writing any
And he
notes down.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
Because he didn't know. And we were like, yeah, typical. Here's us like, okay, oh my gosh, I've done this and I've done this and I've gone over this and I've gone over this. And Joey's just like, arrives on the call and it's like, so what's the format for the podcast? Oh my God. Like, yeah, so that's why we were stressed out too, man.
Yeah.
So it's really cool that you came on, and we'll be happy to have you on another one, man, because it's just been real cool.
Maybe the
On the
Quincy
scandal
one.
one, yeah.
That was really cool fun.
We do have a scandal one, so
Yeah,
maybe.
bring me on the Quincy Jones one.
Oh, we definitely will.
Aye.
Or Tevin.
Cool.
Or Tevin.
Or
Wait.
Kevin. Oh, bit.
Yeah. So thanks heaps, man. Thank
Wow.
you so much.
Yeah,
So
thanks,
I'm
Joey.
guessing there's definitely no doubts now about his his coming out.
I'm not even going to read it. I don't even want to know.
I want to find out more.
I want to find out more, so I'm going to go have a read after this.
No,
Hey, yeah.
he's squashed all the rumors. Every opportunity he's gotten, even on Twitter.
But why do you think that is? Is that a preservation thing, or is that to preserve Quincy, or do you know
himself. Yeah, like fuck that.
Probably himself, because he's probably in a situation now where he needs to make money. And that'll be
That's
detrimental
sad,
to any money that he makes from here on in, if he was to go down that track.
what I mean? That's
Yeah.
sad. That's
Plus,
really sad.
Quincy's still alive.
That's really sad.
I reckon, I don't know, I don't want to say it, but I reckon him or Morgan Freeman are the next to go.
That'll be sad. You grew up with those people.
Yeah.
Do you mean to jail or like to somewhere? Wait, which place are they going?
Wait, what has Morgan Freeman done now? Oh my gosh. We need to go.
Sorry, the next to go, and sing with Michael Jackson and Prince,
Oh my God.
and do what Michael Jackson's. No, sorry.
Wait,
Sorry.
guys,
Sorry.
where can you find our podcast? Go, Punny. You see us out, Punny. We're going to leave on a
You can
good-ish
find
note.
us on Spotify, fucking Anchor FM, everywhere.
Fucking Anchor and fucking YouTube. And
Everywhere
fucking
that you
Quincy
can get
Jones.
podcast, yes. Quincy Jones house, fuck.
Hey,
No one
yeah.
tagged Tevin Campbell on this podcast.
Well, Sid will be listening to Kevin Tamble. Yeah.
And she'll be talking about Babyface.
Never fresh. Oh, shit.
Oh,
It's all right.
That was fun.
Cool.
That's good. Thank you. We need to stay on, hey?
Yeah.
All right,
Stay on
thanks,
one
Steve.
Joey.
But don't hang up, Joey.
Not yet.
Oh, my life.